Love wants you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it.
Hey guys, what's cracking? It's Kraken Nation, coach of the Boston Bisharps, and today we are back with our CSL team builder. We are taking on Manaphy City FC, coached by Manaphy City himself, in playoffs quarterfinals. We did make playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here to bring down the Thunder. You know what I'm saying? So we are definitely bringing a intense team this week, and we're going to be going over it in depth today. I got to toss a mad shout out to my boy Sulry. He was instrumental, if not critical, if not vital, in the process of building this team, and I definitely would not have been able to craft the artwork that is this team without him. So, I got to toss him mad shout outs. He's the coach of the Tampa Tyranitar. Coming up, he made semifinals in the Little League, and he is now coming up to the Major League for Season 6. So, yeah, definitely props to him. Mad thanks. This team would not be where it is right now if he hadn't gone through it. It took us like 3 hours of just Skyping and talking and chatting about, what's going to work and what we got to do and how we want to do it. But yeah, so without further ado, let's hop right into the team. First up, we got 4 Loco the Excelgor. Don't know why the picture isn't working, but I think we'll live. 4 Loco the Excelgor is Lumberry because last battle he did use a Jellicent with Will-O-Wisp and Hex to deal with my Excelgor. He also in the past has used Dynamic Punch to deal with Excelgor on Golurk. So I think Lumberry is going to be kind of helpful because I don't think I need a Focus Sash, and that comes with the moveset. Encore and Protect is a really interesting combination because what it allows me to do is not only scout for potential moves, but it also lets me then proceed to lock them into a move that I like them being locked into. The biggest example I can think of would end up being Lopunny clicking Fake Out, which is huge. I can protect on the Fake Out, or I can even not protect, but probably protect on the Fake Out. And then Encore to lock it in. We do have the EVs to outspeed Lopunny, so we can force it to keep clicking Fake Out, probably not expecting it, getting up probably at least 2 layers of spikes in the process, which is going to be critical. As you probably know, if you have watched our previous battles with Manaphy City in Season 5, you will know that his team lacks hazard clearing, making hazards a very useful way against his team. However, I have brought hazards in the past 2 games, so while I really do want to still be able to bring them, I definitely want to find a way to spice it up. So Encore, Protect, and Spikes should be actually, along with this EV spread, this EV spread allows me to live a max attack Adamant Golurks Rock Slide and live at least 1. So that's really key. Energy Ball allows me to hit actually a very good deal of this team. Specifically things such as Golurk, which is a Pokemon he might try to lead. I might end up lead matching with Golurk, and then also things like Poliwrath, things like Jellicent. Doesn't hit Jellicent, hits Jellicent with like 40%. And with the 140 special attack EVs, we definitely do actually hit kind of hard. We are able to 2-hit KO even a bulky Golurk with max HP. We can also hit things. What else do I hit? There's another water type that I'm forgetting. Fion, that's the other one. So 148 special attack EVs allow us to maximize. Basically, these EVs are maximized, allowing us to outspeed Lopunny, allowing us to take a Rock Slide from Adam and Golurk, and also the rest are thrown into special attack, which allows us to do some damage. Basically, Excelgor is going to be either the lead of choice or come in at a point where I think it's the optimal time in the battle for Excelgor to come in and set up spikes, and that's really what that's there for. Next up, we got Angry Orchard, the Shiftry, with Life Orb. This is a pretty cool Shifter set. It is pretty slow. It's a mixed Shiftry, but Sucker Punch, Knockoff, Leaf Blade, Extra Sensory is really cool because Sucker Punch does really do a crazy amount of work on this team. Coupled with Knockoff, we're just going to be making heads roll. Leaf Blade, Knockoff, Sucker Punch. We are EV to outspeed a potential Jolly Golurk as well as a Jolly Ursaring, bar Quick Feet, of course. So Sucker Punch, Knockoff, and Leaf Blade will be doing massive amounts of damage to all of those Pokemon. The only Pokemon on his team that can really even switch into Shiftry. A lot of things can switch into Shiftry's Knockoff. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Lopunny can switch into Shiftry's Knockoff. But if he decides to bring a good switch into Shiftry, the one that really stands out on his team is Amoonguss. However, Shiftry is a Pokemon with a great mixed move pool, and I'm really going to be able to exploit that today because Sucker Punch, Knockoff, Leaf Blade, Extra Sensory, Knockoff plus Extra Sensory guarantees a KO on Amoonguss after Rocks. No matter what EV spread he's running, and that's what's so great about the mixed set, is that Knockoff, if he decides to run physical, Knockoff might do less, but Extra Sensory will do more. If he decides to go special, especially bulky, extra Sensory might do less, but Knockoff will have done more. Of course, Leftovers also will not end up mattering to him because we will be knocking off an item hopefully either way. If he decides to bring in Amoonguss altogether, Amoonguss is definitely a threat, but then it should be basically handled really well by this team. Amoonguss is literally not a threat to almost any of this team, but it is a cool way to beat it with Extra Sensory. Also, Extra Sensory does honestly hit a lot of things. If I'm expecting something like Lopunny to switch into a Fake Out, I don't want to click Leaf Blade for whatever reason. Extra Sensory hits that. It hits things like what is it? Poliwrath. Definitely. Although again, Leaf Blade hits that. Extra Sensory does also hit Gengar, but that it's hit by Sucker Punch. Basically, it's a really safe coverage move against a lot of this team. He only really has one Psychic resist. Psychic is a type he's also very weak to if we go down here. So he really only has one Psychic resist if you're not counting Delphox, which shouldn't be his switch into. He really doesn't have a switch into Shiftry is what it comes down to, which is crazy. Our nature does allow us to 2-hit KO Florges after Rocks, even with Leftovers, I'm pretty sure, with the max attack and Adamant. And we, again, do outspeed everything up to max speed, Golurk, and Ursaring. But beyond that, that's really all Shiftry has to do. It really is going to be the Pokemon that's coming in to just clean up late game. It really just, like, honestly, Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch kills after Rocks. Sucker Punch. 2 Leaf Blades, 2 it KOs. Obviously, I can't take on Kyurem, but Amoonguss KO, Jellicent. After Rocks and maybe some Spikes or some damage elsewhere, Leaf Blade can KO, or Knockoff can KO. Delphox, Sucker Punch, Golurk, Leaf Blade KOs. Poliwrath, Leaf Blade, Ursaring, Knockoff does so much, and then a couple of Toxic and maybe a Rocks damage, and then Fion. Honestly, Shiftry just puts in so much work, so I'm really excited to have this thing on my team. Have traded it for Sandslash, who was never really finding any place to be that super useful, and now to have a Pokemon with not only good priority, stab priority, but a great move pool to back it up. Next up, we got White Russian the Aggron coming back. Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, Protect, Heavy Slam. Basically, what's really nice about Protect is it does allow us to force Lopunny's high jump kicks to miss, making it do a lot of damage to itself. In case we do manage to get like a burn or something on something, it's nice, I guess. But really, another place that I feel the Protect can come in handy beyond just obviously scouting for moves, which is what it really is pivotal for, or not pivotal, but like huge for. Ursaring's. This is basically our team's best answer to Ursaring right now. Cresselia is not really an Ursaring answer, as you will see soon. So Aggron is our team's Ursaring answer, and so Protect lets us force it to take a lot of extra damage from status, which Ursaring always seems to run. Basically needs to. So this is our team's Rocker. Obviously, we do need Rocker again. To reiterate, lack of hazard clearing. Heavy Slam does like 60% to Jirachi. Honestly, still does like 25% to so like 60% to the Lopunny, like 25% to Jirachi. Bops Gengar through the floor, KOs. Does like 40% to Kyurem because Kyurem is also a very heavy Pokemon, but I'm not too concerned about that. Honestly, there's a good amount to Amoonguss. It does like 30% to Amoonguss. It doesn't do a lot of Jellicent or Delphox. Obviously, there's some mons I can't stand. It does like 40% to Golurk, and so it's honestly a pretty good move to just click in a lot of situations. Does a lot of damage to a lot of things. Thunder Wave is really nice because unless Golurk feel like switching into Aggron, which is possible, Thunder Wave is nice because it allows us to really gain some speed control on potentially faster mons such as Delphox, Gengar, or Jirachi. All mons that could try to switch in on Aggron, clicking a potential utility move, Kyurem as well. So that really just gives us some way to control speed. If Florges isn't coming, he does not have a Heal Bell user otherwise. And Florges doesn't really match up well because I do have so many Pokemon that can just easily, like literally my first one, like honestly, arguably five of my first 5 Pokemon just body Florges. It just does nothing against me. So I think I can definitely. He hasn't brought it yet, or maybe I don't know if he's brought it yet. But even if he has, like, I don't think it's going to be too much of a threat at this point. So next up, we've got Sam Adam, not the White Russian, Sam Adam, the Snorlax, Body Slam, Crunch Rest, Sleep Talk. This is a new set. This is a set that I'm going to have to give 100% credit to my friend Solry for. He has helped in other places on this team, definitely, but this is 100% his credit. Basically, what this set does is it not only helps us take on Kyurem, helps us take on Gengar, helps us take on Delphox. Basically, all of his special attackers. Also is a good answer. What beats a Moongus 1v1 with defense or paralyzes or something, defense drops or paralyzes. But really, it just is a great way to have Snorlax be a especially defensive wall while still maintaining offensive pressure and also able to heal up from status. It can just basically rest up and click Crunch or Body Slam or even Sleep Talk, all of which can really just, I mean, it basically hits this entire team for neutral damage, which is really cool to say. Super effective to neutral damage, and it takes on the things that it takes on so well. I mean, Gengar can't touch it. Delphox can't really touch it. Psyshock can do a lot from Delphox actually, but Crunch will be doing a lot back, and a weakened Delphox is not really a threat. Next up, we've got Victini. Victini is really nice, but it is basically running, unfortunately, the same set that it has always run against, at least a very similar set. Blue Flare, Thunder, Shadow Ball, U-Turn. U-Turn is not going to really benefit from all these special attacking and special attacking UVs, but it is really just there to accomplish some pivoting type action. U-Turn in and out of some threats. If I'm expecting Victini to force a switch, which it really honestly does a lot of the time. Blue Flare, Thunder, and Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is a really great move to potentially clean out this person, but Blue Flare also hits extremely hard against a lot of things. And finally, Thunder hits a lot of these water types that could potentially take a Blue Flare or a Shadow Ball, such as Poliwrath or Jellicent, even Fion. Thunder does hit a lot of things pretty nicely. So yeah, Victini is basically just there to be the offensive pressure putter in a pinch. Cresselia is running a very different set than it has ever run before, which I'm extremely amped about. But this is a dual screened Moonblast Lunar Dance set. So essentially what this set is hoping to accomplish is basically halt all the offensive pressure that Cam can put on me. With no form of defog, he really can't clear the screens. So unless he's running Shadow Force on his Golurk, I don't really expect that he's going to be putting on too much pressure, which is definitely possible that he could be running Phantom Force, or Shadow Force, whatever it is. But I don't expect him to be able to get through screens on almost any of these mons. Screens allows me to switch in more comfortably. But really, what's really nice about this set, Moonblast obviously being good, but Lunar Dance is the bread and butter of what's going to be huge. Basically, any of the four offensively viable Pokemon, specifically, honestly, Victini or Shiftry, what it allows me to do is play recklessly with them at the beginning of the battle, maybe score an extra kill or really weaken some stuff. And then he may expect, I've never run Lunar Dance on Cresselia before, he may expect that Cresselia is going to be running something similar to what it's always run all season, which is either a Calm Mind offensive-ish setup set or a defensive wall. But now with Lunar Dance, I can set up my screens, Lunar Dance away, don't really care about being status because Cresselia's goal isn't really to stay alive anyways. Just set up the screens, Lunar Dance away, bring Shiftry in behind, or Victini in behind a shield, and proceed to just wreck house. Give one of these two mons a chance to go to town after having already gone to town earlier in the battle. And I don't think this team can handle what could potentially be 3 offensive sweeps out of 2 Pokemon. So I'm really excited to see what that accomplishes. Anyways, guys, wish me luck in the battle. Cam is definitely a very talented player, and we're going to have all of the expertise and the A+ playing that I hope you've come to expect from the Boston Bisharps. It's going to be a great battle, definitely. Playoffs, quarterfinals. We are in playoffs, and we got to represent ourselves well now. This is go time. This is showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, if you liked the video, leave a comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. It is always very appreciated. And until then, I will see you guys later. Kraken Nation out. Entire team. So we're just going to obviously lead with that, as Machamp seems to be his play. So we are going to click the Willow. Hopefully this is not a Guts Machamp, and I'm not crazy. It's a Guts Machamp.